Welcome to the Crypto Daily Brief, your source for the latest updates, market trends, and key insights in the world of cryptocurrency. I'm your host, AI Michelle, and this is a Magic Pod production by Podcast AI. Here are our top stories today. First up, Bitcoin has soared past the $100,000 mark, reaching a new all-time high of $103,600. Second, Ethereum is on the rise too, breaking $3,900 as Bitcoin spikes past $103,000. Third, December's most watched blockchain developments hint at big moves from Bitcoin whales. Fourth, El Salvador's president is celebrating as his bold bet on Bitcoin pays off. Lastly, the rise of digital currencies in Southeast Asia is being driven by cryptocurrency exchanges pushing for more adoption. Bitcoin finally smashed through the $100,000 ceiling after days of sideways trading, hitting an all-time high of $103,600. This surge coincides with Donald Trump's appointment of pro-crypto advocate Paul Atkins as the new SEC chair, which has injected a positive sentiment into the market. Analysts had been predicting this breakthrough, citing aligned factors like crypto-friendly tax policies and significant inflows into Bitcoin exchange-traded funds. The cryptocurrency sector is buzzing with news that Bitcoin exchange-traded funds have seen record inflows, surpassing $3.5 billion just last week, bringing the total to over $31.6 billion this year. These inflows have been a major catalyst for Bitcoin's recent price rally, alongside the resolution of short positions clustered between $9,150 and $92,000. Which paved the way for the price to surge past $100,000. This Bitcoin bull run is turning heads both in retail and institutional circles. With Bitcoin now being the seventh largest asset by market cap, investors like MicroStrategy and Metaplanet are doubling down on their Bitcoin purchases. MicroStrategy alone now holds 1.5% of the total Bitcoin supply. This milestone is prompting a wave of profit-taking, but as Sergey Vasilchuk from Everstake points out, the allure of crypto profits means many will keep reinvesting, potentially sparking a broader crypto bull run that could boost altcoins like Solana and Ethereum. Looking ahead, the new all-time high for Bitcoin is expected to lead to a surge in retail investments, with experts predicting increased interest as Bitcoin's value continues to rise. However, while the $100,000 mark is a psychological milestone, market watchers like Tim Enneking of Digital Capital Management caution that it may not hold as a permanent price floor, suggesting that volatility could see prices retreat to around $90,000 before climbing again. All right, let's dive into what's happening with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin has just broken past the $100,000 mark, reaching an all-time high of $103,679. This isn't just a psychological milestone, it's a significant market event that's got everyone talking. The surge is largely attributed to fresh capital inflows and the appointment of pro-crypto advocate Paul Atkins as the new SEC chair. These factors have created a positive market sentiment, pushing Bitcoin to new heights. Ethereum is riding the wave too, breaking above $3,900. It's showing signs of an upward rally, and analysts are buzzing with predictions. Some are eyeing the $4,000 mark as the next big hurdle, while others are even more optimistic, predicting a possible rise to $5,000 or even $10,000 if an altcoin season kicks off. The idea is that as Bitcoin consolidates, altcoins like Ethereum could see significant gains. Moving on to altcoins, there's a lot of chatter about which ones might pop next. Ethereum is definitely leading the charge, but other utility coins are also in the spotlight. Analysts like Miles Deutscher and Michael van de Poppe are suggesting that as Bitcoin stabilizes, altcoins could see a major rally. This could be a great time to keep an eye on potential breakout coins. On the regulatory front, the appointment of Paul Atkins as SEC chair is seen as a positive move for the crypto community. He's known for his crypto-friendly stance, which could lead to more favorable regulations and policies. This is definitely something traders should watch, as regulatory changes can have big impacts on market dynamics. In terms of technology, while there are not any massive upgrades hitting the scene right now, the ongoing focus is on making transactions faster and cheaper, especially for Ethereum. These improvements are crucial for traders, as they affect transaction times and costs, making the trading process smoother and more efficient. For those in the DeFi space, the current market conditions are ripe for some interesting plays. With increased capital flowing into Bitcoin and Ethereum, DeFi platforms are seeing a spike in activity. It's a good time to explore opportunities in yield farming or staking, as these can offer lucrative returns with the right strategy. When it comes to NFTs and the Metaverse, there isn't a huge new development to report, but the sector remains hot. Keep an eye out for any announcements of big projects or collaborations, as these can quickly drive interest and investment. Staying safe in the crypto world is always a priority. With the market heating up, scams are likely to increase. Remember to double-check URLs, stick to reputable exchanges, and enable security features like two-factor authentication to keep your assets safe. Big money is definitely flowing into the crypto space. We're seeing more institutional investors and companies like MicroStrategy doubling down on their Bitcoin holdings. This influx of institutional money is a bullish sign, indicating confidence in the long-term potential of cryptocurrencies. Finally, meme coins and influencer activity can always shake things up. There's nothing major on the meme coin front right now, but stay tuned to social media for any big influencer endorsements that could cause a stir. And as always, if you're trading, keep an eye on market sentiment and be ready to adapt your strategy. Here's a quick tip for traders. With the current volatility, it's important to set stop-loss orders to protect your investments. This way, you can manage your risk and avoid significant losses if the market takes a sudden turn. So, what's up with Bitcoin and Ethereum? Well, Bitcoin whales are making some serious moves right now. These big players in the market are throwing around massive transactions, which usually means they're getting ready for some big price swings or maybe even stocking up. This kind of activity is a signal that we might see some volatility in the short term. But it's not just about the price, it's about the growing confidence in blockchain technology as a whole. Bitcoin's still flexing its muscles as the top dog, but there's this new blockchain called Lightchain AI that's starting to catch some attention, and it might change how we view crypto utility. Now let's talk altcoins. Ethereum is still leading the pack, especially with its recent price action. But there's buzz around Lightchain AI. It's merging artificial intelligence with decentralized governance, which is pretty cool. It's got some unique features like the proof of intelligence system and an AI virtual machine that could make decentralized apps way smarter. If you're looking for something a bit different, Lightchain AI might be worth keeping an eye on. In terms of new rules and regulations, the big news is Paul Atkins being appointed as the new Securities and Exchange Commission chair. He's known for being pro-crypto, which could mean we'll see more favorable regulations coming down the pipeline. This is definitely something traders should watch out for because regulatory changes can shake up the market. On the tech front, while we're not seeing major upgrades right now, the focus is definitely on making transactions faster and cheaper. For Ethereum, this is crucial as high fees have been a problem. Any advances in this area are going to be really beneficial for traders and holders alike. Let's switch gears to DeFi plays. With all the capital flowing into Bitcoin and Ethereum, DeFi platforms are seeing a lot of action. This is a good time to explore yield farming or staking opportunities. These can offer some nice returns if you play your cards right. As for NFTs and the Metaverse, there's no massive news right now, but the sector is still hot. Keep an eye out for any big announcements or collaborations, as these can quickly boost interest and investments. Staying safe in the crypto world is always a priority. With the market heating up, scams are likely to increase. Remember to double-check URLs, stick to reputable exchanges, and enable security features like two-factor authentication to keep your assets safe. Big money is flowing into crypto, with more institutional investors and companies jumping in. It's a bullish sign for the market, showing confidence in the long-term potential of cryptocurrencies. On the meme coin and influencer front, nothing major is happening right now. But keep an eye on social media for any big endorsements that could shake things up. And always watch the market sentiment to adjust your strategy accordingly. And here's a quick tip for traders. With the current volatility, it's important to set stop-loss orders to protect your investments. This way, you can manage your risk and avoid significant losses if the market takes a sudden turn. So, let's talk about El Salvador and their big bet on Bitcoin. President Nayib Bukele is feeling pretty triumphant right now. Why? Well, Bitcoin just hit a massive milestone, breaking past the $100,000 mark for the first time. This is huge for El Salvador, where Bitcoin has been legal tender since 2021. It's a bit like a victory lap for Bukele, given all the skepticism and protest when the country first adopted Bitcoin. The government reportedly invested in Bitcoin, and with the recent price surge, their holdings are now valued at over $600 million. That's quite a turnaround considering Bitcoin was below $17,000 just 2 years ago. However, it is crucial to remember that these gains are still unrealized until the government decides to sell its Bitcoin. It's interesting to see how this move has played out. While many Salvadorans initially cashed out the $30 in Bitcoin that the government offered to those who signed up for digital wallets, some might be kicking themselves now that Bitcoin's value has skyrocketed. Despite the price surge, Bitcoin's usage isn't widespread among everyday Salvadorans, largely due to its volatility and the fact that most people don't have extra money to invest or speculate with. On the political side, Bukele has been quick to blame his opposition for causing many to miss out on the Bitcoin boom. But beyond politics, the broader market sentiment has been buoyed by Donald Trump's election and his nomination of Paul Atkins, a cryptocurrency advocate, as the new Securities and Exchange Commission chair. This has fueled optimism that the new administration might be more crypto-friendly. Despite the celebrations, there are still some concerns. The International Monetary Fund has pointed out the risks associated with Bitcoin's volatility and the need for greater transparency. It's a reminder that while the highs can be exhilarating, the lows can be just as dramatic. In the meantime, El Salvador's story is a fascinating case study in the adoption of cryptocurrency at a national level. It's a bold experiment that has the world's attention, and it will be interesting to see how it unfolds as Bitcoin continues to evolve. Southeast Asia is making waves with digital currencies, and it's all thanks to cryptocurrency exchanges. These exchanges aren't just a place to trade, they're the backbone of an emerging financial ecosystem that's inclusive and innovative. Imagine them as the candy store of economic participation, where anyone can save, spend, and invest in ways they never thought possible. The region's young, tech-savvy population is diving headfirst into digital solutions, and exchanges are their gateway. Countries like Thailand, Indonesia, and the Philippines are leading the charge with high smartphone penetration. It's all about mobile apps for financial services over there. Cryptocurrency exchanges have nailed this with seamless app interfaces and user-friendly trading tools. For many in Southeast Asia, these platforms are a lifeline, especially when it comes to remittances. Traditional banks can be slow and costly, but crypto exchanges make international transfers quick and cheap, helping families and businesses thrive. The entrepreneurial spirit in Southeast Asia is thriving thanks to digital currencies. Blockchain startups are using these currencies for smooth workflows, crowdfunding, and tapping into global markets. This is spurring tech advancement and job creation, leading to a more robust financial ecosystem. However, education remains a barrier. Many people are still wary of cryptocurrencies, often associating them with scams or instability. But exchanges are stepping up, offering free education through webinars and localized support. Government attitudes towards cryptocurrency in Southeast Asia are mixed. Singapore is progressive, while Thailand is more cautious. But crypto exchanges are adapting to local regulations, which is essential for reaching users while staying within legal boundaries. Interestingly, countries like Vietnam and the Philippines are exploring central bank digital currencies, hinting at a growing comfort with digital monetary tools. These developments could integrate with cryptocurrency exchanges, further boosting their role in the digital economy. Looking ahead, the role of cryptocurrency exchanges in Southeast Asia will only grow. They're not just about trading, they're fostering financial inclusion, education, and innovation. Challenges like security and regulation aren't going away, but with transparency and user protection, exchanges can overcome these hurdles. Southeast Asia's journey with digital currencies showcases the region's entrepreneurial spirit, opening new opportunities and changing how people handle money. All right, that's a wrap for this episode. If you enjoyed this brief and would like to stay updated on latest episodes, don't forget to click follow in your podcast app. Also, for a full list of all our daily briefs, check out the link in the show notes. Thanks again for listening, and hope to catch you next time.